Hey everyone. So I thought today was kind of a boring day, but I thought I'd make a video showing just how amazed I am at the universe. Like, the universe is incredible. I took a class 2 years ago called Astronomy, which completely boggled my mind on how small and insignificant all of us are. Like, I like to think about that sometimes if I'm stressed out and I got all this stuff going on. I just think about how small we are, and eventually those problems just sort of fade away, and I'm like, you know what, I can do those problems. I can deal with that, because in the long run, in the huge infinity scheme of things, they're not that big of a deal. Like, if you really think about it, they're not that big of a deal. So I just want to share with you just how grand the universe is, and I wanted to do it kind of interesting. But I'm trying to make it short because today's generation wants everything quick. Like Facebook, you know, there's probably 300 million people on Facebook at any given time. But however, if you log on to Facebook and it takes more than 5 seconds for it to load up completely, you think, oh, something's wrong with Facebook. Facebook's down. Screw the world. Facebook's down. Well, you know, Facebook has 300 million people on it at one time. I'd say you give it a break. But anyway, that's today's generation. They all want it right now. They don't want to wait for anybody else. They want it for themselves. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Hubble Space Telescope, and it took a picture of the sky, and it's called the Ultra Deep Field. Now, what happened was the Hubble Space Telescope focused on an area of the sky that's just a dark area that was only a square millimeter, so a millimeter by a millimeter, right? And it focused on that area for 11.5 days. I even have a picture to show you here. Follow me. Alright, we just warp speed to our kitchen. My kitchen. Anyways, so I have a ruler here. I don't have a real ruler, so I had to print out one. But it's a ruler, and I actually made a dot of a square millimeter. That's focusing on that. That's actually bigger than a square millimeter because the marker kind of bleeds out. But the aperture was open on an area of the sky approximately a square millimeter, but it was taken at a meter away. So I'm standing in a meter right here, and if you can see the red dot, that's how big the area of the sky in which the aperture was focused on. Now, the aperture was open for 11.5 days. Now, it wasn't just a picture taken, it was open, and it let in all this light, all these photons and these protons, and they just came in and filled the aperture with all this pictures. And after 11.5 days of only focusing on an area as big as a millimeter by millimeter, that red dot right there, that's how big it was, it came up with this picture. Now, that was pretty cool, right? I mean, it was really pretty. Here's something that makes it even better. Yes, I love Star Wars. Star Wars is amazing, but a lot of things in Star Wars could never happen, such as like light speed and warp speed, but I'll talk all about that later. But wasn't that incredible? Just in an area that's a square millimeter, they found 3,000 galaxies. Not just stars, I mean there's stars in there too, but 3,000 galaxies. Now, we live in the Milky Way galaxy, and inside just our Milky Way galaxy is millions of stars. And around surrounding those stars are planets, and there's billions of planets. And I don't know, just the fact that a square millimeter captured over 3,000 galaxies. Just think about the entire space, like everywhere. And it's that just boggles my mind, just how small we are. Just think about it. I mean, space doesn't end. It just goes on and 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 on. On and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. That's forever long. I mean, it's huge. I mean, just like Fun Spot. I don't know, I just want to let you know that, because it boggles my mind just how cool that is. So, I mean, just think about next time when you got those problems, just think about how big the universe is and how kind of small those problems are. That's what I think about. Stay tuned for next time when I talk about light speed and the speed of light and how, if done correctly, light speed is the key to successful time travel. Great Scott! Alright, bye guys.